If you're thinking about moving to Arizona, you may want to know what makes Arizona homes different. Well, there are a few questions that people ask all the time, such as what Arizona homes are made of, why do houses in Arizona look the same, and what's different about Arizona homes, and what should I know before moving to Arizona? In this video, we're going to be answering all of these questions. We're going to start with the different styles of homes. Then we're going to talk about what's different about homes compared to other areas. Thinking of making the vibrant and diverse state of Arizona your new home? Well, you're in for an exciting journey. In this informative video, we're going to uncover the unique aspects that make Arizona homes stand out, from architectural styles to the adaptations for the desert living. We're answering all of your questions. I'm your local realty expert, ready to guide you through the distinct features of Arizona living. So let's dive in. Architectural diversity in Arizona's homes are as varied and colorful as its landscapes. So here's a snapshot of the most common styles that you're going to encounter. The first one is the Spanish Mission. It has a tile roofs and curved windows that define its styles, often featuring enclosed porches for that extra charm. Then there's a Territorial, also known as Santa Fe, or the Pueblo Revival. Now, these homes pay homage to the ancient Pueblos with flat roofs, stucco walls, and distinctive wooden accents. Then there's the Mediterranean, designed to combat the heat. These homes boast stucco finishes, tile roofs, and ornate details. Now there's the ranch style. It's functional and straightforward, often in the L or the U shape with durable roofing. Then there's bungalows. It's a nod to the early 20th century, the affordability, featuring dormer windows, inviting porches, and cozy fireplaces. Next is the contemporary. It's embracing the clean lines and natural light that these homes are modern masterpieces of the steel, glass, and minimalist design. Now, what are the key differences when moving to Arizona? The first one is air conditioning. It's nearly universal here, with most homes featuring heat pumps or air conditioner units. If the home was built in the last 40 years, it has air conditioning. Now, most are heat pumps with a condenser outside and the air handler in the attic. Some have air conditioners and then the heater, especially if the house has gas. And some also have evaporative cooling in addition to the air conditioner. In the past, some of the ranch-style homes in the older areas only had evaporative coolers. However, over the last 30 years, that has become extremely rare. The typical lifespan of air conditioners are somewhere between 10 to 30 years. It depends on your systems and how much you use it. It also depends on the system's adequacy for your home. So you need about 1 ton for every 500 square feet. Many times, additions will have the ductless air conditioners added to handle that extra square feet. So let's talk about roofing. There's many different types of roofing, from concrete tile to clay tile to asphalt shingles. Now, tile roofs usually last about 20 to 25 years. Clay tile, about 50 to 100 years, if maintained. Typically, when a home states it has new roofing, they are referring to the underlayment. They replace that tar paper or underlayment and put back the same tiles. Now, clay shingles made with the new materials can last 25 to 50 years. Built-up roofing, or that flat roofing, usually has to be sealed about every 4 to 6 years. Okay, let's move on to the outdoor features. Now, yards. Most homes in Arizona have fenced yards, except for the 55-plus communities. Those in the 55-plus communities really embrace the social aspect of wanting you to interact with your neighbors. Now, the fenced yards in the traditional neighborhoods provide security, privacy, and a place for your dogs to freely roam. So let's talk about landscaping. Older areas typically have the grass yards and mature trees, while the newer homes typically have desert landscaping with lower water maintenance. And also artificial turf has really become popular. Now, one thing that makes older homes so desirable is their lot sizes. Many older homes have much larger lots than are newer homes. Newer homes typically are built on 4,000 to 8,000 square foot lots. So let's move on to some structural consideration. Most homes have settlement cracks due to the clay soil that we have here. Homes are really designed to cope with this. You know, the clay soil, it swells when it rains and then dries back up again, resulting in that narrow settlement cracks. Now, the post-tension slabs really help reduce this cracking, but you have to remember that you cannot drill into these slabs. Now let's talk about some termites and pests. Most homes will get termites, but most do not really create a lot of damage like they do in other parts of the country. The most important thing is to remember to keep your water away from the house. You know, when they build the home, they make sure they have a 12% grate away from the house to prevent that water buildup, which really brings in those termites. Also, monthly pest services will really keep all the critters outside. So let's move on to weather. You know, we have monsoons or dust storms, also known as haboobs. The monsoons can really create a lot of water. You know, you'll see that many of the subdivisions have park areas that really act as water retention areas. These are typically full of water when it's raining and used as parks during other times. So the monsoons can really create very little damage. But this has changed a little bit in the last few years with a lot more trees coming down. But thinking about water, what about the drinking water? The water quality really is poor here. The water tastes terrible. It's also really high in the amount of calcium that it has. So you really need to have a water softener so that your fixtures will last and that you're not spending every weekend scrubbing those bathrooms. Then you're also going to need an RO system for your drinking water. The water really tastes terrible. You know, one thing too is for the newer homes really have smaller garages. Garages on the smaller homes don't really take in consideration larger trucks. So if you have a larger truck, make sure that you measure, get one with that tandem garage so you have that little extra room, and feel free to reach out. We know exactly where those options are available. And some also have RV garages. Thinking about structures now, many homes do not have basements here. Basements are very rare in Arizona because they're built on a slab. But you can find them, especially in the Mesa, Gilbert area. So most people have storage sheds or built-in cabinets in their garage for their additional storage needs. You know, Arizona homes are more than just living spaces. They're a blend of history, innovation, and adaptation to our beautiful desert environment. So whether you're captivated by the charm of the Spanish mission home or the sleekness of a contemporary home, Arizona has a place that's just right for you. So if you're ready to embark on this exciting journey, or you just have questions, I'm here to help. Please feel free to call or text at 480-226-1925. Even if you're not ready to move for a year, I'm here to be your resource. And please don't forget to subscribe. This has been Diana Benson with The Great Escape, where we help people escape to their next chapter. Until next time.